Hey everybody, Curtis here with another Pedalboard update video for you. I thought it might be nice if I shared what is currently on my pedalboard. I'm going to be playing my Nystrom guitar, new Nystrom Labella, and it is a T-shaped guitar with PettyJohn's classic Filtertron pickups in it. I'm going to be playing through my Matchless Chieftain amplifier into its 112 speaker cabinet, mic'd with a Sennheiser E906. So here's a clean tone with no pedals on. Normally I would have the top right pedal, the PettyJohn Electronics Predrive, on for my bass tone, but we'll have that off for now. Just let you listen going through the pedals without any of them activated. So that is just a clean tone. We go first into this pedal right here, the PettyJohn Predrive, and the right side of it that's on there now is typically my always on mode. Kind of really sweetens the tone, has a transformer in it. It's really, really high quality built product. It's called a Predrive because it's designed to be at the beginning of your pedal board to kind of give you that, often when you're running long cables or different things like that, you can kind of lose some of your tone, or you want to just shape the EQ a little bit. It just is a magical box, and it does that very, very well. I won't get into details of what every knob does, but know that. Check out the PettyJohn Electronics Predrive demo that I've done. So here it is, just with the Predrive always on. And again, without. So that is kind of like the base of my tone. Very, very cool pedal. It also has a boost built into it. That's what the big black knob in the center of the pedal is. So this side here is a boost. So when you turn this on here, it activates the boost portion of the circuit. So I'm just going to let you listen to that. So that is the PettyJohn really in a boosting mode, really driving the tubes in the amp. Kind of just has this real kind of great characteristic to it, and it sounds really awesome. If you wanted to use it in that mode, which is almost more like an overdrive kind of a mode, you would want to leave the left side of the pedal on as it is there right now, and then you would want to just step on the right side to activate it. So this would be the clean tone. So normally that pedal would be always on with the right side and then the left side off. But if you wanted to compare that to, say, the Klon in a boost mode, normally I would have the gain up a little bit more and the output down a little bit, and I'd use it as kind of more of a gritty kind of drive tone. But if you want to use the Klon in the often loved boost mode, this would be kind of more similar to what we're getting out of the PettyJohn there now. And they both have their own magical characteristics. So here is just a clean. the PettyJohn in that mode there had a significant more low end. So if we just back off on that EQ. So you can get kind of a similar tone out of both these pedals if you use the PettyJohn in the way that I just was. But normally I have it as an always on, and then I have the gain on the Klon up and the output back a bit. And so this is kind of normally where my clean tone would be now. So that is the PettyJohn as the Predrive in the bass mode, stacked with the Klon. A very cool sound. My signal order actually goes from the PettyJohn into the Twin2. The Twin2 is a new dual drive from JHS, and it really, really has a fantastic EQ and its own kind of unique sound. And I put it on here because I'm really liking the sound that it has. And then I go from there into the Klon, go from the Klon into the volume, and then to the rest of the board. I'll explain that more in a moment. But I want you to hear the Twin2 just on its own, because I think it's a really fantastic new offering, kind of unlike anything else from JHS. So very, very cool pedal, the Twin2 is, and it really has a lot more tonal range into it. Normally, like I said, I would have this on, and then we would kick on the Twin2 Overdrive. So I'll just let you listen to that quick. So that is the right side, the drive side of my pedal board. So we go from PettyJohn Predrive into the JHS Twin2 into the Klon Centaur into the volume pedal. This is a modified volume pedal. It's modified so that when you use the tuner out, which I am using, that you do not have a loss of your tone. So that tuner out is going into the Polytune. I'm also going out of the regular out into the Chasebliss Audio Warped Vinyl Analog Vibrato Chorus, and then from there into the Chasebliss Audio Wombtone Analog Phaser. From there into the Strymon El Cap, and then I'm using the Strymon Favorite Switch with the El Cap up here just to get that one preset option. So if I can have kind of a triplet dotted type of sound, and then switch to a quarter note sound with the Favorite Switch. Very easy. I've done that in a number of pedalboard demo videos. That's been on my board for a while. Go from that into the Flux Effects. Last but not least, the Flux Effects Liquid Ambience Polyphonic Voice and Reverb Effect. Very, very cool reverb pedal. Stacks well with the reverb in the amp and just has some really nice atmospheric kind of tonal qualities to it. So I want to show you the pedalboard, the other side here. Now, modulation is not something I've always had on my board. I've often been sort of more of a simpleton with regards to my pedal boards. Going through different phases, trying different things, folks. So chorus and phaser are up top. They don't always get used, but I really kind of love the kind of chewy nature that the warped vinyl kind of adds to my tone. So here it is here. So that is the warped vinyl, and just sort of played with the mix and the depth a little bit there, sort of a mild setting, and then adding a little bit more in. Then we have the analog phaser from Chasebliss, the Wombtone. So it's very, very cool. So a very cool kind of phaser, kind of really has that, you know, warm analog tone, kind of a dripping, wet, syrupy kind of a sound. And I've not traditionally been a phaser user, but I kind of really like some cool things you can do with it. So sometimes rather I would always go to delay, and now if I kind of pair these a little bit, I could kind of get a little bit of a tone that I kind of like, that's, you know, heavily modulated but still, you know, discernible notes. And then I can turn on the flux as well. So kind of using those modulation pedals from Chasebliss with a reverb pedal, I can do swells without a delay, and just kind of really adds a sweet kind of different twist on those ambient swells and those tones that often do in some quiet moments. So so last but not least would be the El Cap. So I'll just turn off these pedals here, just let you hear how I'm running the El Cap. So that's the El Cap, and now if I just add the flux. So I have the space set pretty high and the evolve set high on the liquid ambience. It really has a cool mode. There is a bend mode, and then you can kind of go octaves or you can do fifths, and it's very, very cool. And then we have the more switch, which kind of sends it almost into oscillating type of reverb. Really, really coolness. So I'm going to leave that space up a bit, and then I'm going to use all of these and do some swells just to let you hear how kind of thick and ambient it can really be. Phenomenal reverb, really great kind of hall tones, and then some really cool voicings and ambient sounds. So So that's just a little taste, and so I really kind of like adding the phaser in there to those swells. I just find it really kind of changes the way they sound, a little bit more sweeping, kind of sporadic, kind of less linear almost, I guess I want to say. Very, very cool, and the Flux Liquid Ambience is really great for those ambient tones. Again, that is stacked with the reverb on my matchless right now, and so it works well with others, and the El Cap is an old favorite of mine. So there we have it, everybody. My current pedal board as it is set up. And, you know, I'm always changing things, but that's what it looks like right now. It's been like that for a little while. With the new edition of this, I've tried a number of different overdrives in there that work well, and just kind of the flavor of the week at the moment. It sounds really, really awesome. And the PettyJohn stuff is just really, really high quality studio grade components there. And the Klon, obviously, everybody knows. I'm using a Course Pick, actually, which is the new pick company. They're doing a Kickstarter campaign right now. It's kind of a different shaped pick. And so the one half of the pick has a texture on it. The other half is kind of smooth. It's kind of a little bit hard to see. But it's kind of really nice to play with. And you can just kind of flip the pick in your hand and get a little bit of a texture, or flip the pick in your hand and have a texture to grip and have a smooth picking end over here. So very, very cool from Course Picks. And then I actually play a capo a lot with electric guitar. And this G7 Performance 2 capo is really awesome. It just works really, really well. Goes on and off the guitar really easy. You just pinch it on, and then you just hold it like that to take it off or slide it up and down the neck. So very, very great quality capo. I've been using G7 stuff for years. So there you have it, everybody. That's what I'm using. And thanks so much for watching. Like if you like, dislike if you absolutely have to. Please subscribe to my channel if you can. I do appreciate all the likes and comments and views. And I hope you have a great day. Take care. Bye.